All the paths that you are on lead home. They can't help but lead home because you've never left home. And what is left up to you is how you choose to use time and how long you want to take to arrive at home in your experience. And you are loved no matter what. You can take one more ride on the roller coaster, or you can decide you've had enough. You can learn the same lessons from different angles to understand it better. You can say, I really desire to know God's will for me. God's will for you is that you do what you want. And if what you want is to create wealth and power and excitement and passion, then that's God's will for you. But there's an overriding will that takes a little longer to arrive at, and that is the desire on your part to know what God would have you do. God loves you no matter what you choose, and what you choose to create or miscreate in terms of illusion. But the important question is, what would you have me do? What would your will be for me? And that's a very, very profound question. And one with which God waits with infinite patience for you to desire God's will for you. Puts you in a completely different realm. And your life transforms from that moment on. Your desire to know God's will for you, to be God's mind on this plane, to use time judiciously to further the expression of God's love on this planet, to transform everything and everyone you see, is quite profound. But it does require that you desire to really know and be curious about, what would you have me do? What would you have me say? How could I be you in this circumstance and be me? And have those things be one. And then your life is all about miracles. Everything is a miracle. Your willingness to ask this question and wait for the answer is something that's very precious. And if you wonder, what is the right answer? Just remember that the ego grabs the microphone first, always. Never met a microphone it didn't like. And then there's another answer, just behind that one, that comes from a calm, loving, compassionate, patient place. And that's the will of God. Never in a hurry, never anxious, but from a peaceful place. Shows you how to express who you are as love in the world, so that you and everyone you encounter is transformed by this love. And that's the will of God. And if you're willing to ask that question and take whatever answer comes in the stillness, your life can't help but be miraculous, wonderful, powerful. Way more than you could ever desire or conjure up with your egoic mind. Way more. And over time, you'll gain a confidence that you can trust that voice that informs you of God's will, and follow that voice, because it only means good things for you and for everyone you encounter. To let yourself be Christ incarnate on this planet is the greatest service you can do for yourself and for mankind and for the angels and for God, the I Am Presence itself. To be that threshold over which the will of the Father, through your voluntary desire, can be expressed in the world and spread love, is the greatest ride you'll ever go on. The inward and outward taking of breath, the creation process, when not seen through the ego, is nonstop miracles. And you will be that blessing upon the earth. I love you. And I'm with you always. And when you call me, I'm there. And I'm there when you don't call me to. I'll speak with you again.